Ever wondered why some individuals appear so cold-hearted, seemingly immune to empathy or sympathy? It's a question that's crossed many a mind. We've all encountered someone who seems disconnected from their emotions or indifferent to the feelings of others. They're often labeled as cold-hearted, a term that's become synonymous with a lack of compassion or empathy. But what does it truly mean to be cold-hearted, and how does one become this way? Cold-heartedness is a complex concept, often misunderstood and misinterpreted. In the simplest terms, it refers to an individual's inability or unwillingness to empathize with others or express emotions. They may appear indifferent, detached, or even cruel in their interactions, leading to a perception of them as unfeeling or devoid of emotion. Interestingly, society often has mixed views about cold-hearted individuals. On one hand, they're seen as ruthless or insensitive, causing discomfort and tension in their relationships. On the other, they're sometimes admired for their stoicism and emotional control, especially in high-stress environments. But it's crucial to remember that cold-heartedness isn't a sign of strength or superiority. It's a psychological state that can be deeply rooted in a person's experiences, beliefs, or even their genetic makeup. In essence, cold-heartedness isn't a trait someone is born with. It's not a switch that can be flipped on and off at will. It's a manifestation of various psychological factors and life experiences that shape an individual's emotional landscape. It's not as simple as being good or bad, right or wrong. It's a complex interplay of many elements that we'll explore in the coming scenes. Understanding cold-heartedness requires a deep dive into the human psyche. It's a journey into the realms of psychology, sociology, and even biology. It's about understanding why some individuals build walls around their hearts and what drives them to do so. In the next few minutes, we will delve into the world of psychology to understand how a man becomes cold-hearted. So buckle up, open your minds, and prepare to unravel the mystery of the cold heart. Is cold-heartedness a product of nature or nurture? A question as old as time, or at least as old as the field of psychology. The nature versus nurture debate seeks to understand how our behaviors and traits are shaped. Is it our genes whispering cruel commands, or is it the world around us that molds us into cold-hearted beings? Let's first consider the role of genetics. Some research suggests that certain personality traits, such as aggression and impulsivity, which could potentially lead to cold-hearted behavior, can be inherited. In other words, if your ancestors were on the frostier side of the emotional spectrum, there's a chance you might be too. But let's not rush to blame our DNA just yet. Environmental factors also play a crucial role. Childhood experiences, the way we are raised, the people we surround ourselves with, all these elements can shape our emotional responses. Consider a child who grows up in a harsh environment where showing emotions is seen as a weakness. This child might learn to suppress emotions, to build a wall around their heart, becoming what we might label as cold-hearted. But what about the child who grows up in a warm, loving environment, yet still turns out to be cold-hearted? Well, that's where things get complicated. It's a dance between genes and environment, a complex choreography that shapes who we are. Psychologists and researchers have been wrestling with this question for years, and the consensus seems to be this: both nature and nurture contribute to our emotional makeup. It's not a matter of one or the other, but rather a combination of both. So, are we doomed by our DNA, or destined by our environment to become cold-hearted? Not necessarily. While these factors can influence our emotional tendencies, they don't determine our destiny. We're not puppets on the strings of our genes or our upbringing. We have the capacity for change, for growth, for warmth. While both nature and nurture play their roles, there's another key player in this equation: social dominance. Social dominance, a term you might have heard but perhaps never fully understood in the context of cold-heartedness. So what is it, and how does it contribute to shaping a cold-hearted persona? Social dominance, in essence, refers to an individual's ability or desire to assert control and influence over others. It's a fundamental aspect of social interaction, present in various species, not just humans. Some view it as a survival mechanism, while others see it as a tool for power and control. Now let's explore how this concept intertwines with cold-heartedness. Imagine a person who consistently strives for dominance, always wanting to be on top, making all decisions, and never hesitating to steamroll over others' opinions or feelings. Over time, this relentless pursuit of dominance can numb a person's empathy, making them seem cold-hearted. But why does this happen? Well, when we're constantly focused on maintaining control, we may disregard others' feelings and needs. We become less sensitive to the emotional cues around us, tuning out the feelings of others to focus solely on our goals. This emotional disconnect can make us appear distant, unfeeling, or, in other words, cold-hearted. However, it's crucial to note that not all socially dominant individuals are cold-hearted. Many people can balance their assertiveness with empathy, maintaining control without sacrificing their ability to connect emotionally with others. The danger lies in unchecked dominance, where the pursuit of control overshadows everything else. This relentless pursuit can lead to a disregard for others' feelings, creating a cold-hearted persona. It's a slippery slope, where the line between assertiveness and insensitivity can easily blur. So what can we conclude? Social dominance can be a double-edged sword. On one side, it can lead to leadership and success, but on the other, if not kept in check, it can result in emotional disconnect, making a person seem cold-hearted. Social dominance, while essential for survival in certain situations, can lead to a cold-hearted disposition if unchecked. How does being cold-hearted affect one's relationships? As we navigate the labyrinth of human emotions, it's crucial to understand the impact of our emotional state on our relationships. So let's delve into the world of the cold-hearted and see how their emotional disposition affects their connections with others. Cold-hearted individuals, by nature, often struggle to form deep, meaningful bonds. They may have friends, partners, even a bustling social life, but the depth of these relationships often leaves much to be desired. This is not because they are incapable of love or friendship, but rather due to their tendency to prioritize self-interest and emotional protection over genuine connection. In friendships, this can manifest as a lack of empathy or understanding. The cold-hearted friend may seem aloof or uncaring, often missing the emotional cues that are so crucial to maintaining a healthy relationship. They may not understand why their friend is upset, or they may dismiss their feelings as irrelevant, creating a chasm of misunderstanding and hurt. In romantic relationships, the picture can be even bleaker. The cold-hearted partner can appear indifferent, unresponsive, or emotionally unavailable. They might struggle to express love or affection, making their partner feel unappreciated or unloved. This can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction, loneliness, and ultimately, heartbreak. But it's not just the friends or partners who suffer. The cold-hearted individuals themselves may find their lives lacking in warmth and genuine connection. They may feel isolated, misunderstood, or unfulfilled. So you see, the consequences of being cold-hearted in relationships are not one-sided. It's a double-edged sword that cuts both ways, leaving scars on the hearts of all involved. This is not to demonize or judge the cold-hearted. It's simply a call to understand, to empathize, and to realize that beneath the icy exterior, there could be a heart yearning for connection, for understanding, and most importantly, for love. The ripple effects of cold-heartedness on relationships can be far-reaching and devastating. Can a cold-hearted person ever change? This is a question often pondered by those who've experienced the chill of a cold heart. The answer, while complex, is hopeful. Yes, change is possible, but it necessitates a journey of self-discovery, introspection, and often professional help. Let's delve into the realm of psychological interventions. Therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can be immensely beneficial. This approach helps individuals identify negative thought patterns and behaviors, enabling them to reframe their perceptions. CBT can guide a cold-hearted person towards understanding the root of their emotional detachment and subsequently provide them with tools to alter their reactions. Another intervention is the practice of mindfulness, which encourages a focus on the present moment. It's about becoming aware of one's feelings, thoughts, and sensations without judgment. Mindfulness can help a cold-hearted person reconnect with their emotions, fostering a newfound empathy for themselves and others. However, psychological interventions are just one piece of the puzzle. Personal resolve plays a pivotal role in effecting change. The decision to change is a powerful one, signaling a readiness to confront and overcome one's cold-hearted tendencies. It's a commitment to the journey of transformation, a journey that may be challenging, yet ultimately rewarding. And let's not forget the power of empathy. Empathy is the capacity to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and viewing the world from their perspective. A cold-hearted person, typically self-focused, can learn to embrace empathy, thus fostering deeper, more meaningful connections with others. So can a cold-hearted person change? Absolutely. It may be a steep climb, but with the right tools, personal determination, and a dash of empathy, the icy walls of a cold heart can begin to melt. Change is always possible. The first step is understanding the root of one's cold-heartedness, and the journey begins from there.